let's get this out of the way first. We know that ISIS, through declassified documents, everything, it's proven that ISIS was created by the West, the United States, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It's all the same group, okay? It's a Saturn scum. We know that ISIS is just a fake, phony, baloney boogeyman. That's it. And it's just another name for Saturn anyway. So anyway, let's move on from that. Here's from last year. Photo implies ISIS threat to Chicago. Here's a different story. CNN. Before authorities arrested him at O'Hare International Airport and accused him of attempting to provide aid to ISIS, a team from the Chicago suburbs left behind a letter for his parents, and he wrote that he was leaving the United States and on the way to join ISIS. Chicago, a top terror threat. Chicago, a top terror target. Ominous tweet connects ISIS threat in the city. So the mainstream media, on several occasions, have said that Chicago is a top terror target. It's connected to ISIS, and there are seemingly, and appears to be, even ISIS sympathizers living inside Chicago. Now let's flash forward to today. Suspected Paris attacks leader boasted of crossing borders between Syria and Belgium. Yeah, he said he disguised himself as a refugee, and it's hilarious. So what happens? City Council passed a symbolic resolution in favor of accepting Syrian refugees in Chicago. The resolution is considered symbolic because City Council does not have the authority to decide whether Chicago accepts refugees. Is this City Council that dumb? Or is this a setup? Well, let's see what Mayor Rahm Emanuel said. Well, certainly he has some sort of sense, right? Quote, "It cannot be in this moment when those in France have the courage to commit themselves to their values that we are weakened and walk away from," Mayor Rahm Emanuel said. "I'm honored that we've done this resolution. I'm honored that here in Chicago we speak up for what's right." So this guy's that dumb. Or this is a setup. And what's funny is you have the CME there, right? Chicago Mercantile Exchange or whatever. And I tell you, if they had any kind of evidence or records that they've been manipulating or rigging the precious metals market, it'd be there. And then it'd be a shame if something happened in Chicago or that building where all that stuff would just be lost. Just like in 9/11 and just like Hurricane Sandy. Remember when the vault was flooded? Yeah, because we left it open. I told my wife this morning that you don't even have to get into the whole Saturn stuff, the spirit world, the occultic, secret societies. You don't even have to get into that. Here's what's happening in this world, and this is the truth. You've got a bunch of rich scumbags who want to stay rich, who control everything because they have all the money, and just like they said a long time ago, I don't care who writes the laws, just give me the control of the money and I control the land. They're committing crimes, so they got everybody paid off, and they just cover their tracks. And if that means destroying something, then that means destroying something. It's nothing to them. They're just covering their tracks. That's the truth. Because anytime these disasters happen, these guys always make a bunch of money. It's the weirdest thing. Even Mr. Emanuel, Chicago mayor, said, should never let a crisis go to waste. Thank you to my subscribers.